Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple graph using Matplotlib. It's a library in Python that can draw graphs. So let's begin. We first need to import Numpy as NP. Numpy as NP. And then we need to import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. NP and PLT are what we're going to use to access Numpy and matplotlib.pyplot. Okay, now let's make 5 variables. Start, stop, step, slope, y-intercept. Y equals, so now we need to write float on each of them. Write brackets. Now let's write input, 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 input. Okay, so now let's see. We should write give the starting value of the graph. Give the end value of the graph. And next one will be give the step distance. And next one is give the slope, and y-intercept. Last one will be give the y-intercept. Okay, so what we're doing here is the input, it returns a string. We're converting that string to a number. In this case, a float. A float can take a decimal number, int can only take a whole number. So we're converting it to a float by putting it in a float. This is called typecasting. Now let's make 2 variables, x and y. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to say x equal to np, which is relating to Numpy. It's actually taking from Numpy this. Np dot arrang. So it's not a range, it's a range. So start, stop, step. This could be, let's say, slope times x plus y-intercept. Okay, we'll be trying a number of different graphs. Now we've got these. Now we need to actually plot them down. So we'll be using matplotlib.pyplot, but we're calling it PLT because the as PLT. PLT.plot x, y, x, y. PLT.show. Okay, that's it. We should be able to now write a graph. Give the starting value of the graph 0, end value of the graph 10, step distance 1, slope 5, y-intercept 0. Okay, so you can see it goes in a straight line 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, but it's actually also counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what we need to find out is what is step distance. Step distance is the distance between each dot plotted. So it joins the dots, but the step distance shows that where are those dots plotted. So it will be easier to explain if we change this to instead sine np dot sine x. So we can do this, and we'll have to comment out this using hash. Now, so starting value will be 0, end value 10, the step distance can be 1. You have this very edgy graph because it's connecting at this point. Now it's connecting at this point, connecting at this point, this point. But the smaller smaller distance to connect the points, the more smooth the graph becomes. And so, if we say 0.1, you can see it has a very smooth graph. And we are using a sine, so we can perform the sine function. We can now also say do the cos function. We want to. Starting value 0, 10, step distance, let's try 0.1. Yeah. So this is the same, but now opposite it looks like. Now let's try 10. How will that end up? 0, 10. Distance could be 0.1 again. So you have this kind of a 10 graph. Now let's try another type, which we can try is say let's bring back these, and let's write our formula again, which is y equals to slope times x plus y intercept. But instead we're going to have x squared. To perform the square operation in Python, you just need to do 2 sterics. 1 steric means times, 2 steric means power. And we're doing square. Let's try how will this end up. So 0, 10, and 0.1. Slope can be 3. Y-intercept can be 0. And you can see you get this kind of a graph. You can also do cube. So starting value can be 0, end value can be 10, step distance can be 0.1, slope can be 5, and y-intercept can be 0. And it's going higher, as you can see by the number here. So this is how you can use Matplotlib to make graphs in Python. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!